Welcome to the Daily Grind. I'm one half of the team. Mark, Luke, what's up, man?
I'm the other half of the team. I'm the dancing half. I'm good, brother. How are you?
I am better. We missed the show yesterday because we both got bogged down with our real jobs. Believe it or not, these are not our real jobs. I know that surprises literally everyone out there, but this is not our real job. If it were, we would probably not have. They would not pay us to do this. But I own the company, so I can do whatever I want. So.
Damn right.
Yeah, exactly. So sorry we missed the show yesterday. We did get work, but we got a great show for you guys today. Grizzlies fell to the Timberwolves last night. We'll talk about in the first segment. Second segment, if you missed the announcement, if you're living under a rock, which you probably may have missed, this is a very niche rock, probably. It's not like a John Morant news, but we did announce at Bluff City Media we have a new show, the $2 Sports Show with Rusty and Drew. Rusty's going to join us in the second segment, and then we'll be with him all the way through the end of the show. He'll help us look ahead to the weekend as well. The Grizzlies play on Saturday.
Yeah,
that's
Chicago.
Right. He probably knows more than we do. Again, this show is only because I own the company, so that's why we get through this. Let's get into it. The Grizzlies lose to the Timberwolves after, honestly, like, I thought that it was going to be. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let me just say this. What I don't appreciate is the Grizzlies toying with my fucking emotions right now. I'm a very sensitive soul. I've been in the house for a week. I haven't left this house. The snow. I have 3 children. I just wanted to win. No, they did play us. They played with all of us. They toyed with our hearts last night.
Yeah, they did.
They looked like they were competitive for much of the game. And then the
fourth
quarter happened. 3 quarters happened. The fourth quarter happened, and that was all she wrote. Your thoughts on the game last night? Let's start there.
So, I'm with you, man. It's like, for a game that I fully expected to lose, to be honest, the fact that we were in it for 3 quarters really kind of was an emotional roller coaster. And it's like you said, man, being inside in this icicle storm for 5 days, it's kind of any sort of hope would be good. And there was hope, like Jaren playing the way he was, Nardo playing the way he did. There were things to like in the game for sure, but it's almost more of a bummer to see us fight so hard, like fight for 3 effing quarters, like to be like in it, and then just to see Ant just own the second half. And like, for as much as they didn't have an answer for Jaren, it was kind of hard when Ant turned it on for us to do much of anything against him.
Yeah, I will say this: that was the first game I thought I've seen that Vince Williams struggled to guard someone. Not struggled. I think he did a good job. But Anthony Andrews, I think he's just so good. I mean, obviously, that's an obvious statement. But that's the first game I've really seen that even with Vince Williams on him, the guy he was guarding still got whatever he wanted. And again, part of that is because they were doing a really good job screening him off the ball, like screening him out of the play. Screening Vince Williams out of the play. And the Grizzlies really did nothing schematically wise. They didn't change anything. They're like, you know what? It's probably okay. Yeah, it's probably cool for him to get lots of points. I think there was one play where they bought our weak side double with Santi. One play, and then that was it. And they never did it again. So it was weird. Again, that was maybe the one time I remember Vince Williams. I think I would say struggle, but the person he was guarding did whatever they wanted. Again, partly was that he had no help and he was getting screened out of the play all the time. And part of that is just Anthony Edwards is just really good at basketball, man. Like, dude threw it off the backboard to himself last night in the middle of traffic. That was pretty dope. I hate the Timberwolves. That was pretty dope.
He's one of those dudes where it's like, God damn, he's fun to watch. Like he's just a dope. He plays with that. And one reason why he plays with the same fearlessness that you and I were talking about Vince playing with, I think that's also a reason that Vince kind of struggled, is because he's got that same kind of crazy, like, man, come on, motherfucker, like, come at me, I can take this, like Vince kind of plays with, like I love watching Ant play.
Yeah, I mean, it was Vince needed help. I mean,
yes, he did.
As much as the Grizzlies were hell bent on and Vince solely guarding Anthony Edwards, he needed help last night, and so the Grizzlies did a little, not enough, not soon enough. I mean, they didn't do anything really to change their defense on Anthony Edwards. The other part of the game, Jaren was unstoppable. Should have had 50. Should have had 50. Had 36 in 27 minutes. That's as efficient as you can get, my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. I don't. We love Taylor Jenkins on the show, and I'm not going to blame. I'm not a coach blamer, but I do lay this. I lay most of this blame at Taylor Jenkins' feet. Fouling out your own player is so stupid. Can we please stop? Because guess Taylor Jenkins finished with 2 challenges, and Jaren Jackson finished with 5 fouls. I don't understand the significance of wanting to foul out your own player, and he set the entire played 2 minutes in the third quarter and 1 minute right at the fourth before he fouled out. Let's just let him play. If he fouls out, what happens if he fouls out? You still lose the game? Guess what? You lost the game anyway, and he finished with 5 fouls. So whatever you were trying to accomplish didn't work. And the two challenges Jenkins ended up, there were 2 fouls on Taylor or on Jaren. They should have challenged. That one off, he was just driving down the lane and the guy was like next to him. That's a challenge. That's an easy challenge. I mean, especially with Jaren, that was his that was his 5th foul. That was the 5th foul on him.
You got to challenge that.
You have to challenge that at this point. You can't win without him. I laid that at Taylor Jenkins' feet, and then the lineup to start the fourth quarter was the most bizarre thing of it. You already knew that shit didn't work. You're like, let's give it one more go. I don't know. Gigi Jackson and
Zaire
only minus 50 together. Work to do.
That's so
to
bad.
Be that bad in an NBA game. Minus 50. I haven't seen that in a long time.
No.
That's so bad.
That's the closest thing that I've seen him come to tanking a game. I don't want to accuse anybody of tanking, but like you can't play those 2 dudes together. You cannot play those 2 guys together. It's like, what are you doing? What are we doing?
That's what Nate said to me on Twitter last night. He's like, the tank bombs. But this thing is, I don't think that's true, because if it were true, he'd have played Jaren Jackson Jr. and let him foul out.
That's true.
Because everything we know about Taylor is that if he's wanting to win the game, he's protecting Jaren at all costs against himself and other people. So like, I do understand that point of view, but that's not Taylor. That was just him being dumb. That was just like Taylor being Taylor and having weird lineups. That's all that is. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just that feel like the Wolves made it a winnable game, right? They were not playing well. And they had literally no answer for Jaren. I think he plays more. I think he plays 38 minutes, and I think that's a different game. That's just me. I don't know.
It was very, I mean, to me, it boded well that, like, with all the size that they have, Jaren was getting all that he wanted. That was a good sign. Like, it's an incredible sign. And it's like you said, and then we just we purposefully foul him out. It's like, what? I don't know.
I just love that he dunked on Rudy Gobert twice. I hate that dude. Rudy Gobert sucks, man. COVID spreader, like that dude, like
COVID spreader. He started COVID.
Man, he started COVID. Like that dude sucks so bad. He slapped Santi in the face twice, or Santi in the face and slapped Luke in the face. Like this dude is he's not soft like Cap, but he's a bitch.
He is a bitch. There's a difference.
Anyway,
often being a bitch.
I hate the Wolves more and more these days. They are a very hateable team because of Rudy and Cat. I love Mike. I love Anthony Edwards. Love to watch them play, but Rudy and Cat make them a very hateable team.
For a team that has so many dudes that I like you said, Mike, Ant, Shlomo, like for so many dudes that I like, it's like the hatred for those other 2 outweighs the love for the other guys.
1000%. 1000%. Last thing I'll touch on before we get to break, I want to get Rusty in sooner than later, because we'll talk about this game with him too. Gigi Jackson looked like a 2-way player.
Yeah, he did.
And this is why we were on the show, whatever it was, Tuesday, cautioning people about Gigi Jackson. He looked like a 2-way player that was over his head. And to be clear, that's okay. It's his 3rd game. Like totally makes a total sense, right? Like it makes sense. His 3rd game in the NBA might look like that, but he's got a long way to go.
Yeah.
He's got a long way to go. And his defense is what we looked at last night. And it was not good. I would almost venture to say non-existent.
The only person that was more non-existent might be another player that played with him, a certain Zaire.
Look, playing Zaire, Jacob Gillard, and Gigi Jackson together, it was the worst recipe. I mean, it was awful. It was so bad. They're
Like
so bad.
Like a power drill to your temple or something.
Naz Reid scored 13 points in like 4 minutes on those dude. I mean, Naz Reid's a great player, but like, come on.
Yeah, you're not
he's
supposed
not
to be
that good.
No, he's not.
All right, let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we're going to have Rusty from our newest show of Blessing Media, $2 Sports Show. We'll get him coming back. We'll talk with him about this game. We'll talk about their show. We'll also, our third segment, be with him, and we'll look ahead to the weekend as well. We will be